Good morning, everyone. I am Carlos Cuauhtemoc Ayala. I'm President and CEO of Growing Inland Achievement. Growing Inland Achievement is a collective impact organization working to achieve educational and economic equity in the Inland Empire. We do this by engaging and collaborating with all of you, the Inland Empire Educational Network. We connect diverse stakeholders to focus on student success. We research opportunities to support the network. We resource innovations and solutions to advance our educational transformational work. Our vision is that by 2035, San Bernardino and Riverside counties will be widely recognized for our well-educated workforce, thriving communities, and vibrant economy that create prosperity for all. We care deeply about the Inland Empire. We believe in this mission in this region and the potential of the people who live and work here. And we get excited about the opportunities ahead and prospect of what tomorrow holds. We are here today because we believe that a brighter future awaits. And yes, we have a tremendous body of work ahead of us. Let me share some quick facts about educational attainment here in the IE. The Inland Empire is a metropolitan statistical area larger than 1 million people. There are about 50 such areas in the United States, New York, LA, et cetera. Of all those 50 areas, the Inland Empire has the lowest post-secondary educational rate at 29%. Other notable areas include San Jose at 60%, Detroit 35%, New Orleans 37%, and Las Vegas 32%. We're nationally noteworthy. Another important fact that you should know is that we have an alarming 33% of our Latino adult population in the Inland Empire, our region's largest ethnic group, that does not have a high school degree. Think about that. That's 1 out of every 3 Latino adults living in the IE who haven't earned a high school credential. There's more, and I hope you take a moment to view the dashboards that are on our website to view the disaggregated data, explore, and learn about what's going on around education in the region. But you need to ask yourself why. Why do we have this low educational rate here in the Inland Empire? And you can make a case for many factors, and I'm sure that you all have additional ones that you could provide, such as the inequitable structures of education that have disproportionately impacted Black and Latino, Indigenous, and people of color, or the lack of college-going social capital found in communities with generational poverty, or sparse philanthropic support and community-based organizations in the IE. Or the low percentage of high-paying jobs, pushing people to take 2 or more non-living wage jobs just to make ends meet. Or maybe the challenges of attainment presented by our vast geography and traffic, or that we're the forgotten help of LA, Orange, and San Diego counties. I would argue that these factors are all interconnected, each factor intertwined with the others that leads to seemingly unsurmountable obstacles for obtaining a post-secondary degree or credential for 70% of the adults in the IE. And just as I believe that interconnectivity explains the why, I know that interconnectivity points towards the solution. Connections across cities, counties, schools, colleges, universities, government, community organizations, and the workforce working collectively, not against each other, aligned towards a shared vision, agreeing upon metrics and tactics is the pathway to achieving real regional transformation in education. 6 years ago, education and nonprofit leaders in the Inland Empire joined arms and said, we cannot overcome our educational challenges by working alone. We must work together. And GIA was born to help support and organize that collaboration. Today, that same belief holds true. Working collectively is the best way to make a difference for our students and the communities we live in. That is our regional hypothesis. GIA supports the region's work, your work, through collective impact. This approach asks us to bring stakeholders to get together, identify and prioritize challenges, create action plans, and center efforts on specific tactics until they're completed and evaluated. Then we can tackle the next challenge and so forth, and scale transformation across the region. The work relies on all of you, leaving your agendas at the door and approaching challenges with a regional mindset. I know that our vision is achievable. I see the successes in the network around elevating student voice, updating policies and procedures, removing success barriers for all students, and providing targeted support for underrepresented students. Every effort you make adds to the regional progress that leads to increased regional attainment and leads to that vibrant economy that creates prosperity for all. And it's working. Lagging indicators are moving. And now I'm going to do a tech challenge here. I am going to share my screen. So I'm going to look at 3 indicators. First, A through G completion. You'll notice that from 2016 to 2017, this indicator is moving forward. We are seeing an increase in students who are completing A through G. If we disaggregate that data by race and ethnicity, you can see that all students are making gains, but the equity gap remains. We look at another set of data. Sorry, made a switch here. If we look at community college transfer coursework completion in the first year, these are students who are finishing a college level math or English course the first year that they are in a community college. Okay, we'll try again here. Thank you for your patience. You can see that we see an increase in this transfer level coursework with time for both English and math. If we disaggregate it, I know this is hard to see, you can go to our website and see more about this, but you can see that the college level coursework completion is increasing for all students. But despite this progress, too few students are on track, particularly Black and Hispanic students. If we take a look at 4-year and 6-year graduation rates across our 2 big public universities, UCR and Cal State San Bernardino, you can see also increases. This lagging indicator is also increasing. And if we look at this broken down by ethnicity, you can see that the numbers are increasing as well, but the gaps remain. So our work is still ahead of us, but we're seeing progress on these really big targets. That's really, really important. Let me stop sharing here. I know transformation is achievable. It's one FAFSA application at a time, one change in district policy around dual enrollment, one subject matter department getting together and changing their curriculum to better support student success. We can change the region together. Over the next 2 days of this convening, you will learn more about our regional action network teams. These teams are excellent examples of the work of collective impact in action, where participants come together with a region-first mindset and establish a common agenda that's aligned with our shared vision. Furthermore, they develop and prioritize and implement tactical plans for immediate and long-term change, and many of those plans are underway. Immediately after my opening remarks, you'll hear from Roderick about the Inland Empire Black Student Success Collaborative, a wonderful example of an initiative that stemmed from the work taking place in the Equity Action Network team. Our role at GIA is to support the region's collective work and amplify your successes. And I'm very excited to report that GIA is strong and we're gaining momentum. Over the course of the last 9 months, GIA has become its own independent 501c3 organization. We launched our strategic plan that so many of you provided input on, and we're finalizing our business plan to lay the foundation for the organization for the next 5 years. We are expanding our board. We are fortunate to have an engaged and committed governing board, many of whom have been part of GIA since day one. And we wouldn't be here today without their guidance and support. And I'm delighted to officially announce that we've added some new faces. Michelle Decker, President and CEO of the Inland Empire Community Foundation, will be joining our board, as well as Dr. Diana Rodriguez, Chancellor of the San Bernardino Community College District. I look forward to their leadership with the rest of the board. A warm welcome to both of you, and thank you for your dedication and service. All of you will have a chance to engage with several of our GIA board members in our board member fireside chats this morning at 10:50. Don't miss that opportunity. We're also increasing the organizational capacity at GIA, adding 2 new employees to the team earlier this month as part of our Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation work. I'd like to introduce Michael Wagner, our new Director of Institutional Support. I guess if we were in person, he would stand up, right? He will be leading several of our projects focused on community colleges and brings with him expertise to support community colleges' math education. I understand the math departments in the colleges are excited about this. I am too. And I'd like to introduce Alejandra Gomez, our new coordinator for research and evaluation. She comes to us from the Harvard Data Project. She'll be joining our research team to support the use of data that is central to GIA's work. More data for the ants, more learning for the region, and spreading more knowledge about how to use data to guide the work. The GIA team, both the governing board and staff, is here to help you succeed and scale your transformation efforts. We are at your service. I am privileged to have a front row seat in the exciting collaborative work that takes place across the region. As I connect with your campuses and districts and listen to students, staff, faculty, teachers, and leaders, and find out about the amazing hard-won successes that all of you are having, I'm inspired. And this affirms my belief that transformation is achievable. For example, you will hear today about a dual enrollment policy table. We were able to bring in people from the K-12, the community colleges, people from across the state to have a discussion around dual enrollment, set some particular priorities and challenges, and begin to address dual enrollment. What if every student in the IE were able to take a college level course while they're in high school and have it be paid for? This is the kind of vision that we need to have in the region. Or another exciting example is that our board recently affirmed a 90% FAFSA completion goal for the region. This idea arose from our Financial Aid Action Network team, and our board affirmed it. We'll be working towards reaching that goal in the next few years, 5 years. And another example of the exciting collaborative work is that we're the only region in the state where all our community colleges are working with the National Center for Inquiry and Innovation on guided pathways implementation. We have the best technical assistants in the nation providing support to our 12 colleges of Region 9. That's amazing. We continue to scale our regional successes, and that's critical. And that's a critical reason why we're here today. It is inspiring to be a witness to the collection of all your work from early childhood to graduate degrees, P16. You too can witness this work today and tomorrow here. We have amazing breakout sessions planned on both days of this convening that will focus on issues affecting the entire region. As I mentioned, dual enrollment and in institutional enrollment capacity. These discussions are taking place today at 11:50. You will also find several sessions with tools and resources for support, such as College App, a career education roadmap, CalSOAP financial aid, Cradle to Career roadmap, math tools for students, and more. Please check the schedule for specific times on those breakout sessions, led by many of you, our inspiring leaders in this network. And of course, we have outstanding keynote speakers to help us kick off this morning session and close out the convening tomorrow. Leona Christie, CEO at Catalyst Ed, will provide some inspiring words about equity and education transformation work. Tessa Carmen DeRoy, president of the California College Guidance Initiative, will talk about state-level data systems. And Senator Connie Leyva of the California 20th State Senate District. She will have a conversation with Catalina Cifuentes, our own Catalina Cifuentes. I guess Connie's ours own too, around college affordability and access for Inland Empire students. I look forward to these conversations. Finally, I want to leave you with 4 calls to action. First, I want you to think regionally and act regionally. During this conference, you'll learn more about the Action Network teams and how the participants in those teams exemplify this regional thinking and collective impact approach. Get involved with the Action Network teams. Spend some time getting to know the projects and initiatives taking place as a result of their tactical plans. This afternoon at 2:20 and 3:10, we have some sessions where you can take a deep dive and hopefully discover ways in which you can plug in. There's also some Ignite videos that will help you understand that work. Number 2, listen to and lift up the student voice. We'll be opening up our day tomorrow by hearing some of our Inland Empire students, an amazing opportunity to learn about their experiences, aspirations, hopes, and fears for the coming year. I know that it will be inspiring for all of us. We also have a workshop tomorrow at 11:20 that looks at an innovative student research project and how we can leverage what we learn to take action right away to improve student experiences. I hope that you could get a chance to check that out. So think regionally, elevate the student voice. 3, keep equity at the center of all the work that we do. We have a wonderful session planned tomorrow to take a look at the new equity continuum currently being developed by the network. I think of it as a equity formative assessment framework that can be used to help guide progress in equity. That's tomorrow at 10:20. Equity is about systematically removing student success barriers for all students and providing strategic support for our underrepresented students. Finally, number 4, lead with data. Keep a data-informed view on your work. Think about what are the leading indicators that you are tracking? Where do you track them? How do you share them? How do you talk about them? Can you identify other indicators that would be useful in the future? What are the long-term indicators that need more focus? And how do we connect all of this to the vibrant economy that we're all working for? You need to think about that logic model of how those things connect. So think regionally, elevate the student voice, keep equity at the top of your mind, and lead with data. I want to thank you for all the work that you are doing and for being here to be part of this convening. The way we will be able to achieve real transformation in our region is through a collective impact approach. And you are exemplifying that commitment. Please let us know how we can support you.